Do you know that in just 12 hours, temperatures in some of England's major cities will drop to just 2 degrees Celsius? And that is not even the most worrying part. The evening of the 25th of January 2026 will bring numbers that will make you reconsider your plans to go outside. 70% humidity, 21 rainy days this month, only 2 hours of sunshine per day. These numbers aren't meant to scare you, they're to help you prepare. But before we dive into the details, I need you to do something. Comment below with the name of the city where you live. London, Manchester, Birmingham, anywhere. I'll give you the exact weather for your location. And trust me, there are things you need to know right now. Why is tomorrow evening so important? Because this is when the three most dangerous elements of an English winter combine: low temperatures, high humidity, and winds from the northeast. Let's start with London, our capital. Temperatures will hover around 6 to 7 degrees Celsius. Doesn't sound too bad, does it? But wait, when you combine that with 70% humidity, the actual feeling will be much colder. Your body will feel like it's in 3 to 4 degrees Celsius. Winds in London, 8.9 miles per hour from the northeast. Not particularly strong, but enough to cut through your coat if it's not thick enough. And here is the important bit. The sun will set at 4:37 in the afternoon. What does that mean? From 5 o'clock onwards, you will be in complete darkness, in cold and damp weather. But hold on, the most interesting part about London is still ahead. I'll reveal that at the 3-minute mark. Don't miss it. Now we are moving north. Manchester, the industrial city famous for its wet weather, and this January is no exception. Guess how many rainy days? 21 days. Out of 31 days in the month, you will see rain on 21 days. That is 68% of January, more than 2/3 of the time. Daytime temperature 6 degrees Celsius, dropping to 2 degrees Celsius at night. But the most striking number, only 2 hours of sunshine each day. 2 hours. While the sun could shine for about 10 hours, you will only see it for 2. What does that mean for your health? Lack of sunlight directly affects vitamin D in your body. And vitamin D affects your mood, immune system, and bone health. This isn't just about weather. This is about your health. And in Manchester, you need to carry an umbrella. Always. January rainfall reaches 68.2 millimeters. To give you an idea, that's about the height of a small book. All that water falling on your city over 31 days. Birmingham, the heart of England, central location. But that doesn't save this city from the cold. 6 degrees Celsius during the day, 2 degrees Celsius at night, the familiar pattern repeating. But Birmingham has a particular detail. Light to moderate winds create a chilling effect. Wind chill factor. When wind blows across your skin, it strips body heat faster. 2 degrees Celsius with wind can feel like 0 degrees Celsius or even minus 1 degree Celsius. And the rainfall? 68.2 millimeters, 21 rainy days. Birmingham residents are used to this, but if you're revisiting, you need quality waterproof clothing. Now, remember my promise at the start of the video. I said I'd tell you the most important thing about London. This is it. The combination of 70% humidity and 6 to 7 degrees Celsius creates perfect conditions for fog. Dense fog can appear from 6 o'clock in the evening onwards. Visibility can drop below 50 meters. If you are driving, this is vital information. Liverpool, the port city on the west coast, 7 degrees Celsius, slightly warmer than inland cities, but don't let that number fool you. Liverpool is coastal. Winds from the sea are much stronger and more humid. Average wind speed across England in January is 19 kilometers per hour. That is about 12 miles per hour. But in Liverpool, sea winds can reach 15 to 20 miles per hour, nearly double. And here, the interesting bit. Sea winds carry moisture. High humidity makes air retain heat less effectively. That means your body loses heat faster. 7 degrees Celsius in Liverpool can feel like 4 or 5 degrees Celsius due to wind and humidity. You need a windproof jacket, not a regular coat, a specialist windproof jacket, because wind doesn't just make you cold, it increases the risk of hypothermia if you are outside too long. Leeds. Northern England, 6 degrees Celsius during the day, 2 degrees Celsius at night. But Leeds has something special. Snow. 2 to 4 snowy days in January. Total snowfall about 1.28 centimeters. Sounds small, but in England, even a little snow can cause big problems. Why? Because temperatures fluctuate around freezing point. 2 degrees Celsius at night, 6 degrees Celsius during the day. Snow melts during the day, freezes at night, ice on the roads. This is the real danger. From 5 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock in the morning, and from 7 o'clock in the evening to 10 o'clock in the evening. These are the most dangerous time windows. Temperature drops rapidly. Water on the road freezes into thin, transparent ice, black ice. You can see it until it is too late. Leeds residents need to be especially careful when driving in early morning and late evening. Reduce speed, increase safe distance, and if possible, avoid going out during these hours. Bristol, southwest England, 7 degrees Celsius during the day, 2 degrees Celsius at night. Climate slightly milder than the north, but Bristol still faces heavy rainfall. Skies are frequently overcast with dense cloud cover. Sunshine is very scarce. This creates quite a gloomy atmosphere. Very characteristic of English winter. Bristol residents tend to spend more time indoors during this season, but here's what you need to know about Bristol. Rain doesn't just wet your clothes. Prolonged rain reduces body temperature. If you get wet in 7 degrees Celsius weather, your body can lose heat 25 times faster than when dry. 25 times. That is why a raincoat isn't optional. It is essential, and not just any raincoat. You need a good quality one, completely waterproof. York, the historic city with medieval architecture. 6 degrees Celsius during the day, 2 degrees Celsius at night. The ancient streets will be shrouded in darkness quite early, creating a classic and rather mysterious atmosphere. But York has a special phenomenon. Fog in early morning and late evening, especially towards the end of January. Why? York is near water bodies and has low-lying terrain. High humidity combined with low temperatures creates dense fog. Motorists need to be particularly cautious. Fog can reduce visibility to below 30 meters, turn on fog lights, reduce speed to below 30 miles per hour, and increase distance from the car ahead to 3 times normal. Oxford, the famous university city, 7 degrees Celsius during the day, 1 degree Celsius at night. Notice the nighttime number, 1 degree Celsius. This is the lowest temperature in the list of major cities. Students and residents of Oxford regularly face cold and damp weather in winter. Ancient stone buildings become even colder in this weather. Though indoor heating systems are generally well equipped, gardens and parks will be rather deserted in the evening due to early darkness and cold. But this is also when Oxford is most beautiful. Golden lights twinkling on stone streets, warmth from cafes. That's the unique beauty of winter. But what does 1 degree Celsius at night mean? It means high risk of freezing. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius, but at 1 degree Celsius, any small temperature drop can create ice, especially on metal and glass surfaces. Car wing mirrors, door handles, all can be covered with a thin layer of ice. Newcastle upon Tyne, furthest north near the Scottish border. This typically has the coldest weather. 6 degrees Celsius during the day, potentially dropping to 2 degrees Celsius or lower at night. Winds from the North Sea make it feel considerably colder, the North Sea, one of the coldest sea areas in Europe. Wind from there brings freezing air. Newcastle has higher likelihood of snow in January. Local residents are well accustomed to these harsh conditions and typically prepare thoroughly for winter. Outdoor activities are often limited in the evening due to weather. And here, the important number. Perceived temperature in Newcastle can drop to -1 to -2 degrees Celsius due to wind. -1 degree Celsius. That's not just cold. That is dangerous if you are not properly prepared. Southampton, important port city in the south. Being coastal, Southampton has a more temperate climate, 7 degrees Celsius during the day, 3 degrees Celsius at night. Warmer than northern cities. However, high humidity from the sea makes the air feel colder than the actual temperature. Sea breezes are also quite strong in winter, creating rather harsh conditions for outdoor activities. But 3 degrees Celsius at night, this is a critical temperature. Above freezing, but still cold enough to cause health problems if you don't keep warm properly, especially for the elderly and children. Now, let me bring it all together. Overview of the evening of the 25th of January, 2026 across England. The weather will definitely be cold, with temperatures ranging from 6 to 7 degrees Celsius in most cities. The sun will set early at around 4:30 in the afternoon, bringing a long evening. Air humidity will be high, from 70 to 90%, making it feel considerably colder. Likelihood of rain quite high. January is one of the wettest months of the year in England. Average of 21 rainy days. Total rainfall reaching 68.2 millimeters. Some northern areas may have light snowfall. About 2 to 4 snowy days in the month. Winds will blow at average speed of around 19 kilometers per hour, creating a noticeable chill. Sunshine will be severely limited, only about 2 hours per day, representing roughly 19% of daylight hours. And these are the numbers you need to remember. 70% humidity, 21 rainy days in the month, 2 hours of sunshine per day, 6 to 7 degrees Celsius during the day, 2 degrees Celsius at night, 19 kilometers per hour wind speed. But why do these numbers matter? Because they directly affect your health and safety. 70% humidity combined with low temperatures increases the risk of respiratory diseases. Common cold, flu, pneumonia, all spread more easily in these conditions. 2 hours of sunshine per day means serious vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D isn't just important for bones, It's also important for immune system. Lack of vitamin D makes you more susceptible to illness. 2 degrees Celsius at night, close to freezing point. Risk of slippery streets. Risk of hypothermia if outside too long. Especially dangerous for the homeless and elderly. So what do you need to prepare? Here are the essentials. Heavy, waterproof coat. Not a regular coat. You need a good quality coat with warm lining and completely waterproof. Investing in a good coat is investing in health, scarf, gloves, and woolly hat. 80% of body heat escapes through the head and neck. 80%. If you not wearing a hat and scarf, you losing most of your body heat. Sturdy umbrella. Not a cheap umbrella that breaks easily in wind. Good quality, windproof umbrella. Because with wind speed of 19 kilometers per hour, a weak umbrella will flip inside out immediately. Waterproof boots. Wet feet are the fastest way to lose body heat. Good boots keep feet dry and warm, and have non-slip soles to avoid falling on wet or frozen roads. Stay indoors during the evening if possible. This isn't advice to scare you. This is practical advice. Low temperatures, high humidity, strong winds, and early darkness create an environment not ideal for outdoor activities. Take particular care of children and the elderly. Children lose heat faster than adults because their body surface area to mass ratio is higher. The elderly have poorer temperature regulation and are more susceptible to hypothermia. But English winter weather also has its own beauty. Misty landscapes, twinkling street lamps, the cozy warmth of cafes and traditional pubs. This is the ideal time to enjoy the distinctive culture of English winter. Cozy pubs with crackling fireplaces, the aroma of hot soup and mulled wine, laughter echoing in warm spaces. These are the moments that make English winter memorable. Thick woolly jumpers, a mug of hot chocolate in hand, a good book and a comfortable armchair. Winter isn't just about harsh weather, it's also about simple pleasures. But to enjoy those pleasures, you need to stay safe and healthy first. And that's why I've given you all these detailed information. Remember this, 6 to 7 degrees Celsius doesn't sound very cold on paper, but when combined with 70% humidity and 19 kilometers per hour wind, it becomes a real challenge. The human body loses heat rapidly in damp and windy conditions. Many people underestimate this risk. They think a thin coat is enough. But after 30 minutes outside, they start shivering. After an hour, signs of mild hypothermia may appear. Hypothermia doesn't just happen below 0 degrees Celsius. It can happen at 6 or 7 degrees Celsius if you re-wet and there's wind. Initial symptoms include shivering, fatigue, and difficulty concentrating. If not treated promptly, it can lead to more serious problems. That's why wearing appropriate clothing isn't about fashion. It's about survival. And forget about mental health. 2 hours of sunshine per day. That is 19% of daytime. 81% of the remaining time is gloomy. Lack of sunlight affects serotonin, the happiness hormone. That is why many people feel more down in winter, seasonal affective disorder. But there are ways to cope. Spend time outdoors during those 2 hours of sunshine. Even if it's cold, go outside and get natural light. Use light therapy lamps if needed. Eat foods rich in vitamin D, fatty fish, eggs, fortified milk. Exercise. Even when you don't want to. Exercise increases endorphins, natural neurotransmitters that help you feel better. Just 30 minutes of walking each day can make a big difference. Connect with others. Isolate yourself. Meet friends, family, colleagues. Social interaction is the best medicine against winter depression. And remember, winter doesn't last forever. Each passing day brings us closer to spring. Daylight is getting longer, very slowly but surely. In January, each week we gain about 15 minutes of daylight. By the end of February, you'll notice a significant difference. By March, spring will begin, but right now we need to get through January. The coldest month, the darkest month, the wettest month. Comment below with the name of the city where you live. I want to know where you are, and I'll give you more details about the weather there, specific things you need to prepare. And don't forget to share this video with friends and family, especially the elderly. They need this information more than anyone. Check on your neighbors, especially those living alone. A simple phone call can make a big difference. Ask them if they have enough food, enough heating, if they need any help. Community is how we get through winter. Looking after each other, checking on each other, supporting each other. And if you see someone in difficulty on the street, homeless in this cold weather, call local charities or emergency services if the situation is serious. 2 degrees Celsius can be fatal for someone without shelter. But let me repeat once more the important numbers for tomorrow evening, the 25th of January. Temperature 6 to 7 degrees Celsius during the day, 2 to 3 degrees Celsius at night. Humidity 70 to 90%. Wind 19 kilometers per hour, equivalent to 12 miles per hour. Sunset 4:37 in the afternoon. Likelihood of rain very high. Sunshine only 2 hours. Preparation: thick waterproof coat, scarf, gloves, woolly hat, sturdy umbrella, waterproof boots. Advice: stay indoors in the evening if possible, take special care of children and the elderly, drive carefully due to risk of freezing and fog. This isn't just a weather forecast. This is a survival guide for English winter. And if you follow this advice, you want to just survive winter. You can enjoy it. Because English winter, with all its harshness, still has a strange beauty. The silence of falling snow, the warm golden light from windows, the crackling sound of fire in the hearth, the flavor of hot food. These are the moments that make winter worthwhile, the moments we'll remember when spring comes. But to get to those moments, we need to get through tomorrow, the evening of the 25th of January, and now you know exactly what to prepare. Comment with your city name, share this video, and stay safe. And here's the last thing I want to say. My next video will be about the forecast for next week. And there's something special happening at the weekend. A change in atmospheric pressure that could bring something unexpected, good or bad. You'll have to watch to find out. But I can give you a hint. It involves a sudden temperature rise. And that is not always good news in English winter. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Hit subscribe. Turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video with information that could completely change your weekend plans. Stay warm, stay safe, and remember to comment with your city